My name is Brian MacDONALD. A pleasure to meet you. We are living in unprecedented times. That of COVID-19, which everybody is sick and tired of hearing about, and the racial inequality and the craziness that is happening around our planet. Everybody is affected. And through that, anxiety, emotional mismanagement, it's rampant. And I'm going to refer to that little gnawing in our stomach as our serpents. And that serpent, for many, is churning big time right now. And we're going to try to soothe that and understand it. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home to about 3.5 million people. And the months of May, June, and July of 2020, just this year, those 3 months, we've tallied up almost 600 overdose deaths in our region. And it's no coincidence that's in direct parallel with COVID-19 and the unrest happening across the globe. It's no secret that COVID-19 has helped amplify our pre-existing anxieties through the isolation, the disconnection, just the feeling of being lost. Our routines are upended. The overusage of alcohol, even prescription drugs, cannabis, and especially opioids, well, it's become a problem. People who don't use are using, and people who are trapped in active addiction, it's just getting worse. So no doubt these are very, very heavy times. Our fears are running amok and we start to take inventory of others. He's not wearing a mask. Physical distance, please. All that stuff that we continually see in the news with bad behaviors, we start to take other people's inventory, which we can't afford to do. We need all the energy we can muster to take care of our own mental health. We have to be very vigilant on handling our emotions through this period. COVID has presented many scenes of wacky behavior with otherwise pretty decent people. The stress is creating a whole new breed of behavior on the internet and on television. I know an individual who's coming up on our next installment who was not very vigilant in regards to his mental health, and he had his COVID moments before COVID-19 was even termed. This individual will talk about his experiences through a film called A Ravaged Soul: Anatomy of an Addict. Now, the evidence is there that we want a quick fix when we are emotionally downtrodden. And unfortunately, that quick fix could be a deadly fix. So we have to manage those feelings of despair and detachment and disconnect and feeling trapped with no future prospects. That's a horrendous landscape to be moving forward in. But we have to be vigilant with our mental health. But the cool thing is we have choices. We have choices during this period. We have a couple of roads that we could take. Road number one, we could fall down the pipe, self-medicate almost or to death. Road number two, COVID-19, this contentious period, could present a positive. It could present the turn in our lives that we are ultimately seeking for new relationships, job, self-growth, you name it. New roads and new opportunities. That's a cool thing to think about. We have to muster up all the courage that we can get here, because avoiding your fears and your darkest emotions, that's going to cause a problem. If we stuff that stuff down, that eventually comes back. And that is a fact. I know that personally. So if we take care of ourselves through being honest, through being brave and courageous with how we feel and where we want to go, that road to prosperity that we all seek, it will be there. Paved in gold for us, I guarantee it. You have the power to supersede your feelings and what is happening on our planet today. We need all the energy we can muster to defeat the savage beast deep within. courage, digging deep. What freaks you out most? I want you to identify that gnawing that's happening in your stomach at this instant. It's so important. A Ravaged Soul, Anatomy of an Addict is a documentary film that I produced and directed. And really, the tale of that story is suppressed emotions, suppressed trauma, previous to addiction, and how those stuffed emotions manifest into addictive behavior. More next installment. I'm Brian MacDonald. Great talking to you. We'll meet up next time. Have a great week.